All of my money was just stolen. Today I was the victim of phone fraud. Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card, that there were fraudulent charges on my card. He verified them, asked me if I
had to watch this twice. If your bank calls you, right, the first thing you do is say, I'm going to call the bank back. Don't say it to the person on the phone. Just be like, I don't care if you got to hang up or tell them I'm going to call you back or whatever. But don't tell them you about to call the bank. Call the bank. And the reason why I say this is because you can easily play with numbers on caller IDs from official numbers. I am a business owner. I'm telling you, it is no problem for me to go get an 800 number. It is no problem for me to change what's on the caller ID. You can alter it. Okay? So nothing's going to change about Bank of America or Chase Bank or whatever for now, where you can just Google Bank of America's main number, look on your documents at home, and call the bank.
Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card, that there were fraudulent charges on my card. He verified them, asked me if I did them, and I said no, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna cancel your card right away, like, I'm gonna help you out, don't worry about it. He somehow already had access to, like, see my transactions on that card, so he went through, like, the most recent ones, and asked me, like, is this legitimate, I was like, yes, like, that I know. And then he somehow got access to, I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He, like, already had stuff. He just asked me for, like, normal verification questions.
And this is why I said call the bank, because they're asking you for your verification questions because they already have access somehow. I don't know if they got a SIM card. It could be any type of reason why they have access to your account. So when they send you a they're saying, oh, we just want to verify your mother's maiden name is XYZ, da, 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 and then you don't know what information she was giving back because she's already in a panic. It's emotional manipulation. As soon as you go into rage or anger or fear, you automatically are very easily manipulated. It's rare somebody could stay calm through somebody saying you have some scams going on your freaking phone. So by you giving the verification information, they're on the other end on another device and easily went straight into your account, can easily wipe it out, Zelle themselves, and you don't know what the heck that just happened.
And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean. I reported it to BMO fraud.
See, she reported it. Let me tell you something what these banks is doing now. They calling it, this is your fault. It's kind of like if you're dumb enough, and I'm not calling this lady dumb, I'm saying from the bank's perspective, it's kind of like, for example, remember that lady that just got caught up in all this mess, starving her kids and stuff? I can't think of what her name was. And then the husband is allowing her to have her lesbian lover living in the house. And I'm just like, how stupid is he? Like, I mean, depending on which state he living in, they like, if you're dumb enough to sit up here and go for all this, it's kind of a thin line between incompetence and stupidity. So the bank could say, we're not covering these charges because you were dumb enough to give up the verification stuff, which we had put in place to protect you. They have safeguards to protect themselves liability wise. I believe you're second. You see what I'm saying? They use your money for banking purposes and the gambling and the stock market and all that different kind of stuff. But as far as you, if you're not proactive in protecting yourself at this given point in time, banks are starting to deny covering your transfers or your scams and all different kind of stuff. And I also want to mention this too. Please don't think this is just for seniors. And I just want to say, alhamdulillah, shout out to my husband, because I am so glad he called me. This happened to him, right? Right before they was about to wipe his accounts out, right? He calls me. Now, Uber ain't called me for help, okay? I just want to make that real clear, okay? He ain't called me like, what should I do? He's calling because I'm the tech one, this tech savvy one. He's saying, do you know my bank, like the online, the information through the app, because they're saying they need this information, this and that. So let me tell y'all something. If y'all is married to somebody or you have somebody close to you or you might have an elderly parent or whatever, they're not going to listen to you. I knew Umar was not going to listen to me. I knew he wasn't going to listen to me. So I just had like a few seconds to say something that he would listen to. So I just said, Umar, hang up with me and hang up with that person and call your bank directly. That's all I said. I said, and I didn't say, I don't believe I said it was a scam. I just said, call your bank directly and then they'll tell you what to do. That's how I had to put it. That's a little tidbit for y'all who got people who don't want to listen to you. Sorry, Umar, I had to say that because it's true. But that's a little tip, okay? And alhamdulillah, I'm so glad. When he called the bank, he probably called me back an hour or two later. He was like, yeah, the bank said the whole thing was a scam. I never had nothing coming out of my account. I said, right. Because what they told Umar was, you got I think they told him you got some money about to come out within the next 10 minutes or 20 minutes or something like that, and we're trying to intervene with this transaction, so we need this verification code. And I'm just like, they sound official because they call from the bank's number. Okay, I just want to make that clear. They call with the bank's ID on the caller ID. Okay.
And I'm going to the police station now to report it as well. Just be so careful when people call you. Please, just be careful.
I felt so bad for this lady. I said, man, a lot of these scams, they be on the news or I guess this is what community is about. This is fascinating how corporate, and I hate to make this political, but it's the truth, meaning because they sell you things to help you and this and that, it kind of took away our sense of community and communication and really talking to each other and accepting information. It's hard enough, that you got to learn how to talk to people to where they don't think you're trying to insult them by offering them information. But, hey.